What just happened? Goodness gracious. Alright. Hang on. I think I'm gonna... Yep, there it goes. Alright, I had the tripod the wrong way. Woo. Okay, so if you can see, I'm about to make this princess bubblegum. But anyway, so this cuff, this is what you need. You need 26 yellow, 1 green, 47 hot pink. And instead of it being the hot pink there, I'm going to do the shiny light pink here. So for this one, I'm making it to be a 32 instead of a 30 by 6. So I'm going to be using, in the background, I'm using a light pink. So I'm going to need 112 beads. And then for the pink, for the hot pink hair, I'm still going to use 47 beads. So that's the only thing I'm doing different. I'm just switching it up. Okay. Alright. So, let's make this. Alright. Sorry for the setup. I'm trying to make it to where it's not blurry. I might have something on my screen. So, hang on. Okay. And that's a little better. My bad. My bad, you guys. I hope everybody's having a great night. I'm trying to have a great night. I am. Okay, this is my extra string. So I already cut off a piece of string. I'm using super long. Like I said, don't worry about that white bead. I don't know why it's like that. I got this pattern off of KandiPatterns.com. So let's get started. So you're gonna need 2, 4, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna do the light pink. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And unfortunately, these beads are super tiny compared to these beads. Alright. It'll be alright. It is what it is. Okay. And if we look, it's showing all pink for all the ones. So that's perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're going to need 15 of the hot pink. Alright. So I'm just switching the colors up just a little bit. So for anybody that's just not joining me, instead of it being light pink here, I'm going to do hot pink for the hair. I'm going to do light pink for the background. And I'm still going to be using a yellow crown. I'm actually going to do a pearly yellow. And then for the 1 green bead, I'm going to do a sparkly green. And this pattern right here is actually supposed to be for, it's supposed to be a 30 by 6 wide. And instead, I'm going to do it 32 wide. Alright, so I just now put on these beads right here. Don't worry about that white one. I don't know why it's like that. They messed up. Alright, so right here on the bottom, you're going to need 15 beads. Okay, so like I said, I'm doing the hot pink. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Alright, I hope everybody's having a great night. I never know about these live streams, like how to do it to get more viewers. Like, I don't know. I just figured if it said live that I would get people to come on here and watch. And I really don't care if people watch right when I'm going live anyway. Like, to be honest with you, because I can't really interact with y'all. I mean, I could, I guess, but I can't be typing. I'm doing this through my phone. So, I don't have a computer or anything like that. So if you were to type anything, oh, hey, is it Ollie? Is that your name? Or Ali? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. I don't mean to. Hello. But yeah, I'm just making some candy. It's relaxing. I'm going to do this before I go to sleep because I've had a pretty bad day. The devil's really been trying me super hard. So just thought I'd come on and make some candy real fast. Okay, so like I said, this pattern right here is for 30 by 6. So I'm going to be adding 2 rows to this pattern, to the last row over here. You can't see the last row, so here, let me turn it for you. See it? So I'll be adding 2 more rows right there. Yeah. Oops, sorry. All right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Like I said, I'm using the small beads, the small pink. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 10. And that's what I'm doing. Hope y'all are having a great night or a great day, depending on where in the world you're at. I'm actually in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I don't know, I just like make arts and crafts. Honestly, it relaxes me so much. Alright, so the best part to do about this is to count it afterwards to make sure that you have 30. You're supposed to have 32 beads right here. So let's do a count real fast. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Yes. Alright, so what I always do is I kind of push it up almost to the end so that when you tie off, you need at least, I would put in at least 2 knots, if not 3. So I did it pretty good just now, but I'm going to do just 3 knots right here. Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to cut off this short string. Okay. There you go. And then what I always do is I just pull it just a little bit. You don't want to pull it too much to where it breaks, but you want to be able to give it some leeway. So when you're making it, and you'll see why I'm doing that here in a minute. Okay, so now we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So find where there's 7 beads, which would be 2, 4, 6. Nope. 2, 4, 6, 7. All right, I'd be over here. So you want to get your end piece, and then take where you just cut the string, and you're going to take this first bead, you're going to push it up, take your string, push it up under, and pull it out. Okay, so when we start row number 2, see where that is? You'll be on the right part. Don't pay attention to that white bead. I don't know why it's there. Alright, so when you're doing your pattern, like I've said before, you start in this corner and you read going all the way up it. Okay? That's how you read your pattern. And I'm going to show you how to put the beads back on at the end. Alright? So, like I said before, I'm not doing hot pink in the background. I'm going to do light pink, and then I'm going to do hot pink right here. Okay? So we need 1, 2, 3 lights. Okay. And when you go to do this, You see that bead right there? You want your bead on the string to sit on top of that. And your string's going to go on that bead right there. Okay? So, let's just do a couple of these before I pull it through. Just to show you. You always got to be paying attention to your daggone pattern. Pay attention not just to the cuff, but to the pattern itself, too. Because it's so easy to mess up these freaking things. Alright? Okay. Alright, now I'm going to pull it through. You see how it's already starting to form? That's how you know you're doing it right. Okay? Alright, I'm going to put that right there for a second. Oh. Alright. Okay. So you need one hot pink. And then you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 yellows. And like I said a second ago, I'm using these super shiny pearly yellows. Thought it would be really pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do 6 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Okay. And then same concept with this. So, sorry. I just now realized that it was out of frame. So, what you'll do... Let me take my glasses off so I can see better. So, you're putting one on, and then you're pulling it through the other bead. Okay? And I know that there's going to be kind of a little gap, maybe, but that's okay. It's, you know, if you're using the right size beads, you won't have that problem. But since, you know, all 3 of my beads are different sizes, you know, it's just the way it's going to have to go for right now, okay? But it'll be all good, because, I mean, I've made plenty of cuffs out of all different kinds of beads, like, all different sizes, and even, like, kinds. Like, I'm gonna make one, maybe not tonight, but I'm gonna make one straight out of stars, just to show you that it's very well possible. Okay, so going back up here, you see that one? So now we're gonna add a hot pink to that. And that will complete that part. Alright. And then, like I said, you want to make sure also you're paying attention to your cuff when you're doing this, so that when you're pulling the string through, it doesn't get, like, you don't skip any beads, or the string doesn't get janky, and you don't, like, twist it up. Because later on, if you leave it like that, like, later on, it's going to mess the whole cuff up. I promise. I've done it plenty of times, and it sucks. Alright. So going over here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, you added 2 rows over here, so you add 1 more bead to this, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And for everybody tuning in, I am making a Princess Bubblegum candy cuff. I enjoy making candy. It's very relaxing, and it helps me with my stress. And life just blows sometimes, you know. It's definitely not all that it's cracked up to be, I'll tell you that for daggum sure. Also, whenever you're making these cuffs, see how I tried to do that? You gotta make sure you straighten it out. You can't get it to be like, you don't want it to be wonky, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna put on this last bead, and I'm gonna show you how to do it properly. Alright, so this last bead is going to sit right there. You see that bead right there? You want your string to go through this bead and through the top of that bead. Okay? So, of course, it's not going to want to. So you kind of have to just do that and pull it through. Boom. Alright, so now we're done with 2. So now we're going back up to this side. Here's 3. This is where we're starting. So we go 1, 2, 3. 3 light beads. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 yellows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Add an extra bead, so 5. And then go back to this 3 and add that bead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of these small ones, okay? And use whatever ones you have. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7. And hopefully, eventually, I'll get me, like, an actual table, so I won't have to be using, on my bed, because that's where I'm at doing this. Eventually, I'll get it together. I can't promise anything yet. Alright, so going back. 1, 2, 3. We need 3 to begin with. Alright. Alright. Let me just... Once I get it into, like, pull it more after I put this row on, I should be able to, like, get it to where it's starting to look like an actual cuff instead of just a circle. Usually about row 4 is when it usually starts to form properly, but sometimes at row 3 it will. See? See? This is why you gotta pay attention. You see that string? It totally just tried to jumble on me. And you gotta make sure you straighten it out. Okay? Because you don't want it to jumble up. And since I'm using like since I'm using all different kinds of different size beads, I got 3 different size beads on here. So it's gonna be kind of a little weird anyway. You just don't want it to mess up completely. Alright, so right now we're putting on 7 yellows. Okay, for the crown. Come on. But I really like making candy, like I said a minute ago. It's just so relaxing doing this. Like, I just like making art. Any kind of art. Even if, like, it's not my own, like, pattern, you know? Even if it's just, like, putting together a puzzle, you know? And candy making's kind of like putting together a puzzle, you know? Especially, like, you know, when you're using a pattern, you know? I mean, if you're doing it by yourself, like, you're just putting together your own, like, you know, freehand candy, which I'll probably do another one of those videos, like, not today, but maybe this weekend. I'll come on here and, like, do just a free-handed candy cuff. And, like, maybe even do one where I incorporate, like, letters into it. Those are always fun. Because I got, like, a whole bunch of, like, block letters, all different sizes, that I normally, like, put into my candy cups. See? See what it did? That's why you gotta be paying attention to it. Whoops. Alright. Oh, it did it again. Crap. Hang on. No, don't do it. This happens when you're using, like, one hand to do this. And that's what I'm saying. You gotta pay attention, because you don't want your candy cup to twist. And you don't want it to, like, you know, like I said, this is only row 3, so usually by, like, 4 and 5, it won't be like this wonky looking, it will actually like form together. But since I am using the different size beads, it's gonna be like, I don't know. It's not gonna look right, you know? It just definitely doesn't look right now. It doesn't even feel right now. But I know that it will, like, pan out. Because I think I've made a couple of cuffs that had, like, 2 and 3 different size beads on it. Oh, come on. And I want to learn how to make the daggum candy mask. Like, that's what I really want to learn how to make. But like I said on here before, I mean, there's so many different people that are on here that do, hang on now. Is that right? Maybe. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Alright. So, this is what it should look like whenever it's starting to form. So it actually looks like a cuff. Okay. That's what you want. And it still is not exactly sitting up on its own. But, and like I said, I mean, this is why you pull the string harder, you know? But, anyway. So, we'll get it. By the next row, it should be sitting up better. Alright, so now we're on 4. Now we need 2 beads right here. Okay. And I'm just going to use, if I can get it in the daggone thing. Come on, stop being difficult. Oh, there it goes. Alright, 2. Really? Stop. Alright. Where did I say we're at? 4. Alright, so you need 1 yellow. And then we're going to do 2 hot pink. Here, I'm just going to go ahead so it doesn't, like, it's trying to, like, unform. And this way you got to just constantly be playing with it while you're making it, you know, to try to make it form an actual cuff. Okay. And put it back down. Alright, so now we need 1, 2 hot pink. And then we're going to do 2 yellows after this. But yeah, like I was saying, I really want to make some candy mask. And there's different channels on here. I don't know though. I've watched a couple of the different tutorials. Now we're going to do 2 yellow. I've watched a couple of different tutorials for making the mask. But all of their angles, their patterns are backwards. And like nobody's really explaining how to actually make the daggum thing. They just like, I don't know, or to like how to be able to read the pattern. Because it's completely different than a candy cuff pattern. Like, it is a gazillion % different. It is. It's to like be able to read it, because the mask, I don't know, I'll have to show it to you in a minute, but the mask is so more complicated than making just a bracelet. Because the way you read it, you like, first of all, you start in the middle of the pattern, okay? You start dead in the middle. And then, so, okay, you see how it says like 3, 5, and then you got 4 there? Like, that's how you start a candy cuff pattern. Of course, that'll be 1, 2, and then goes higher and lower. But you start in the middle, and then after you get that middle row done, where it's like 2 beads, 1 bead, 2 beads, 1 bead, 2 beads, 1 bead, then after you do that, then you can either start up or you can start down. And that's where I always get confused, because I'm like, where am I going? What am I doing? And like, how do I do this? You know? And I've asked people several times, but like nobody answers me. Hey, lady mom. Hey, hope you're having a great night. So it's hard to like make candy mask. I made 2 of them. Just like the very first one I tried to use a pattern, and the second one I was just kind of basing off of what I remembered how to do. So it turned out really wonky. All right, now I'm going to do 2 hot pinks and then 1 yellow. All right. So, like I said, I haven't been able to figure it out, but I have so many freaking patterns for candy mask, and I really want to be able to make them. Especially the ones that like take up half your face. Like those are really cool. Because there's all different kinds to do. I mean, all different styles. I mean, so, oh, where'd you go? There it is. Alright. Like I said, don't let it get wonky. It's gonna try. It is, because I'm using, like I said, I'm using 3 different kinds of beads, sizes. So, alright, and now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light pinks. Alright, so 4, 5, 6. Alright. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I am, I mean, it's different right here, because, I mean, like, I'm using a pattern, because I have so many, different cuffs. But I like making cuffs freehanded, for sure, and I really like to make, the mask freehanded, too. But, like I said, I'm kinda, I don't know. I was just going by, I think what had happened was, honestly, is I think that I was rushing myself, and I wasn't, like, confident when I was making it, so I kinda psyched myself out, if that makes sense. And I think that's how I messed up on it, because I was just like, and then I also I added letters to it, so so it says "piss off." I made it when me and my ex broke up the first time, back in 2022, before I permanently gave him the boot. But and I don't know. I think if I wouldn't have added those letters to it, though, it would have done way better, I think. All right, let's pull it through, and then yeah. See, there's a couple beads that just don't look right, but it's because of the way I used these other ones. So it's gonna kind of push a couple of them out, but it'll be alright. I'll flip it inside out when I probably get a little higher, maybe 5, maybe. Yeah, I know. I do. I am very hard on myself all the time. Like, that's my downfall. It really is. It sucks. I hate it. Yeah, you're right about that. Alright, let's see. So 5. So 1, 2, 2 hot pinks. Or wait, no. See? I was about to mess up. 2 light pinks. Let's see. Let's make sure. Yep, 2 light pinks. And then 3 hot pinks. Alright, so where am I going? Yeah, I'm about to flip this sucker inside out, because it's messing me up. Okay, let's see. 2, and then 3 hot pinks. Oh, come on. Oh, thanks. I appreciate the boost of confidence there. Alright, for real. And I always laugh, but I'm not like trying to be, like, I don't believe you or anything like that. I don't know. I guess it's like a nervous habit type of thing. Alright, let's see. In a minute, because I already feel like I'm probably gonna need it. And I probably should have done it beforehand, but I was like, well, I'll just wait. Alright, now I need one yellow bead, and then 1, 2, 3 hot pinks. And I found, I actually had it, I actually have it saved on my Facebook page on my, in my, candy cuff patterns, but it's Finn and, Princess Flame from Adventure Time. So I actually just saved the pattern to my phone and like the color sequence and everything and how many of each color I'll need, so that over this weekend hopefully I could go and get the pattern printed out so I can make it, because I mean I love Adventure Time. Somebody said that they were supposed to start it back. I don't know. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 light pinks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, crafting is the best thing, literally, especially for our, for our mental health. Like, if we didn't have arts and crafts or music, I don't know how I would survive. I mean, I have Jesus too, but, I'm pretty sure he would rather, us, be doing something, I mean, I do a lot of different stuff. Like, I used to write poetry all the time, and I used to, dance and, not very good singing. I used to be, but, not anymore. I mean, I kind of messed my voice up forever ago, but, I used to love to write poetry. It's hard for me to hold a pen right now. Like, I don't know, I have crippling arthritis and it sucks. And I used to make collages all the time, and I've made like a lot of different crafts with like mass media and glass and stuff like that. I just, I definitely use it as a mental health tool for sure. Alright, now I'm going to flip it inside out for the simple fact it will be easier for me to do. And now I can just pretend it's like a puzzle and just kind of bloop, 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 Oh, nice. Crochet? Oh, yeah, man. I wish I could crochet. That would be awesome. I have so many friends that do it there. Like, they've been trying to teach me for years, but I'm just not good to do with stuff with my hands exactly the same. I mean, this is different, but like needles and like the sticks, and I don't know, I just don't think that I would be too good at it. Seems like, I'll just leave that to my other friends. They could do it. But I love doing like beadwork. Like, Kandi is my thing. And it always has been. I mean, I used to, when I go to the club, I haven't gone to a club. I went to Chasing Status like back in March. But I knew once I got there I shouldn't have been there. Like, God convicted me the first like 10 minutes I was there and was like, what are you doing? But I didn't bring any of my candy with me. I didn't make any candy like I usually would, and so it was like different, but yeah. And yes, I am a visual learner for sure. Maybe they need to stay behind you and help you hold the stuff. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll ask them next time. if I get the opportunity again to, if they try to get me to crochet anything. I haven't really been around them in a minute, though. Okay, now I'm on number 6. So, one pink, one light pink. No, you're totally fine, Amber. My name is Courtney, and I am from Charlotte, North Carolina. Although currently I am living in South Carolina, but it's right at the border. And I'm actually 46 years old. I probably don't sound like it. I know I don't sound like it, but it's alright. I don't look like I'm 46 either, so. Alright, now I'm on number 6. So, alright, I just did one light pink. I'm going to do one yellow. Alright. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hot pinks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, thank you. Oh, really? You don't know anywhere from North Carolina? That's what's up. Need to know if I wear my filter or not. Yeah. Yeah, actually I have a lot of family that lives in Louisiana. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I know usually when I tell people I'm from North Carolina or South Carolina, they're like, "No way, you don't even sound like it," and all this, but I mean, I used to say dude and bra and man and all that like constantly, so it was like really hard because I hated my accent, like the southern twang. I couldn't stand it when I was in high school, so I was constantly trying to make myself sound like I was from like California or something. Yeah. Yeah, I know, and I definitely don't sound like I'm an adult. I know, I don't. I have definitely, you know, I have that, young buck persona about me. Oh, I do sound country? Okay, good. I don't know. I mean, my accents come back like really hardcore because I just don't care anymore, about it. I mean, I'll still throw out some like dudes and bras and mans. And I've been saying bro a whole lot. Like I hate it. I hate it. Like I'll forget what I'm doing sometimes when I'm at people's houses like cleaning and I'm like having conversations with like the homeowners and I'll just like forget for a split second like who I'm talking to. And then I just start like talking like I normally do and people are giving me like the strangest looks and then I'll be like, "Oh crap, I'm sorry, my bad." you know. Heck yeah, we could be friends. Yeah, just send me a you sub to me or whatever and then yeah, man. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too. Uh I don't think I have my Facebook linked to my YouTube though. I might do that. I might do that. Oh sweet. Thank you. And yeah, I'll sub back. So here, let me write down your info real fast. Otherwise, because I don't know, YouTube is weird. Sometimes it tells me when I get new people, and other times it doesn't. It's so strange, and I don't know why it does that. Where the hell am I? Ah, really? Boo. I think my bed ate my pen. Oh no. Alright, whatever. I'll just write it on this napkin in my highlighter. Oh yeah, no, I definitely am not gonna No, definitely not. I mean, I have it to where like people can't send me friend requests on Facebook anyway unless you're my friend because I've had so many creepers and so many like people from other countries like stalking my pages, and I even have it even on my messenger where nobody can send me a message unless they're my friend already, just because it just got out of control, you know. All right, let's see. Lady mom. Oh yeah, I'm almost positive I have ADD or ADHD or whatever. Um, cause like I don't know. Um, I've always been like hyper, you know, but like I mean, I also eat a whole bunch of sugar too, so so that's another thing. And like actually, look, I have sugar right here. Boom. This chocolate, I don't know if you have Publix out in the grocery store out in Louisiana, but this chocolate right here is the best chocolate you'll ever eat. I promise you that. And candy cuff, or I'm making a candy cuff, and of course I got a candy necklace. That's an actual candy necklace. Um, actually, how about this? If you send me uh if you send me your name in here, I'll write it down and then you can go back and delete it. Can you do that? Because I don't know how to delete it off the chats. Like I don't want to like do anything and then it cuz I can't chat as I'm doing this. Okay, cool. All right, I'm ready. Okay. Oh, cool. I like your name. That's cool. All right, and you say you're from Louisiana? Okay. Awesome. Nice. That's what's up. I'll hit you up after this. What does your picture look like? Is it like you and somebody else, or is it like a logo or something? Oh, cool. All right, you can delete that part too. I wrote it down. All right. You're so welcome. All right. Yeah, cause I do. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, if you've gone back and watched my other lives that I've made candy, but excuse me, a lot of them are really long. I mean, FYI, like they're very. Some of them are like 3 and 4 hours long, like. But I wasn't just making one cuff or whatever. I've also been making mustard seed necklaces because I am a Christian. So I've been making mustard seed necklaces and like so I give away my candy cuffs and I give away my all right, cool. So I give away my candy cups and I give away my mustard seed necklaces and I make these boxes called pick me up boxes that I started doing back in 2020. Um when our stupid government um so when our stupid government would like made us all stay in our houses and stuff and not leave, so I started making these pick me up boxes and each box would have a candy cuff in it that I made, and I would add like actual edible candy and like some snacks, and I would put all different kinds of stuff in it. So some people would get books, some people would get like bath stuff, just anything to bring your frown upside down. You know what I'm saying? And it's all free. I ship it to all over the United States, free of charge. Yeah, our government's really stupid, actually. But I don't charge anything for it, and I just like spreading plur everywhere I go. So that's why I do it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, perfect. I just grabbed a handful. See, that's how God works. So the only thing I ask though is if I do send you one, and we'll talk about that later. But you just have to let me know if you're allergic to anything, because of course, I don't want to send you any kind of food that you might be allergic to, or like any kind of like scents or anything. Because sometimes I pack the boxes with like candles and like other kind of smell stuff, and I don't want anybody to get sick off of anything. You know. Oh, come on. But I do say this, okay, so like all the candy cups that I make, whoever I give the candy cup to, I always write down who gets what. But that's your pattern from me to you. Like I will never remake that cup for anybody else except for you. Like now if it breaks or it comes apart at all after you get it, all you gotta do is tell me and I'll remake it for you and send you another one. But I like everybody to be different. I don't like people to have the same thing unless it's the Jesus cuffs that I make, and then I don't care if it's multiple ones of that, because the way I figure it, Jesus is for everybody. So Aw. Yeah, I know disability is really hard to get on. I heard that. My mom actually has been trying to get me on disability. She's been trying to talk me into getting on disability for like over 20 something years now, and I just won't do it. Although I keep thinking about it all the time, especially now, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Part of me wants to, but at the same time, part of me doesn't, because I don't trust the government at all. So, and yes, God definitely does work in mysterious ways. That's for daggone sure. Aw, well, thank you. Yeah, and I have a couple friends who do crochet too, and that's how they are. Like they most of them don't even follow a pattern. They just kind of it comes out of their head. And so like they've tried like actually my friend made this for me a couple years ago, and it's actually supposed to be a wallet, and there was a button on it. Oh, Oh, it's obviously it got flipped inside out somehow. Weird. I didn't even know that that was like that. Whoops. But anyway, so for the longest time, I used to use this as a phone case because I had a phone that was exactly this size. So but yeah, so I just been using it as like a coaster and to protect my phone. So I just like flip it inside out and I put it on my nightstand, and I just like um lay my phone on top of it, so the screen doesn't get messed up or whatever. But yeah, I've tried to get her to make me another one kind of like that but bigger, and she's like, I have no clue what I even did last time. I was like, I don't care, just make me another one. Like I'll buy you the string or yarn or whatever. So Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I still live at home with my parents, dude. I've left a couple times, but I've always come back. So I was on drugs for a really long time too, like really, really long time. I was on alcohol and drugs like really bad, and then I just picked up my 14-year chip July 25th. So I've been 14 years sober from drugs and alcohol. Woohoo! You know, so oh yeah, I feel you on that, man. I mean, I work, but I don't like I have a really hard time saving my money. Like that's my problem. Like I just can't save my money. And like when I do like clean for people, I don't charge them what I should be charging them to clean their house. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like I don't know, I have that servant's heart, so I feel bad if, like, I overcharge them, you know? Like, I think I'm overcharging them, but everybody else is like, "Dude, for, like, the size of that house, you should be getting, like, 4 times that amount, especially just you being you there," and I'm like, "Eh." But I don't know, because the way I figure it is, like, God always provides me with whatever I need, you know? So I just, like, I don't know. But I feel you on that. I mean, I'm not telling you not to get on disability, you know? I mean, some people need it, you know? If you have a kid, then yeah, definitely do it, you know? Because they're supposed to be there to take care of, you know, mothers with children, you know? And even families, you know? Especially if you're not making the right amount of money or whatever. That's what they're supposed to be there for. So. And I do have a screen protector, but like still I don't like it to get scratched, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I have a glass screen protector on top of my phone, but my brother like this is like the fourth time in the last like 3 months that he's had to replace it. And he's like, "Why do I have to keep replacing it?" And I was like, "Cuz I either keep dropping my stupid phone or it gets scratched up." And he's like, "But don't you have like a bigger like uh phone protector like case or whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I actually ordered two different ones, but they don't sit in there properly, so like it doesn't line up on the side like it's supposed to. So I can't if I have it on, I can't turn my phone on or off with the freaking case on there. It's stupid. So I just use this super duper thin case from um Sheen. That's what I do. Like, I know. It's stupid. I do stupid shit. I don't know. Alright, hang on. So I'm gonna do one light pink. I'm on 7 now. Okay. Alright. One light pink. And then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3 hot pinks. And one yellow. 1, 2, 3. Yellow. And see. Yeah, I don't like speak to text either. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I could probably do that. Uh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I used to smoke weed. Oh, what? Aw. Oh, wow, you got a 12-year-old. Yeah, my nephew's about to be 12 in November, I think. Is it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, so one nephew is gonna be 17 in November, and then the other one's gonna be 12. So, and actually, the 17-year-old and my niece Jordan, who just turned 14, they're from Louisiana. And that's actually when my brother married their mother, we and we got them, you know what I'm saying? they're ours now. You know, I mean, they've been with us for so long. So 1, 2, 3 hot pinks. But by blood, they're not ours. But, you know, they're still ours. I mean, we've had Gavin since he was 5, and Jordan since she was either a year and a half or 2. I can't exactly remember. I'm not exactly sure. I think since she was about a year and a half. But I know that when my brother like first got with my sister-in-law, uh he didn't even realize that he thought she had 2 boys because poor Jordan, she didn't have any hair yet. And her hair was like so thin, he just assumed that it was a little boy, but it wasn't. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna do 8 pinks. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8. And yeah, if you're sick, man, most definitely get on disability, you know, or if you have any, even, you don't even have to be like sick, like physically sick. I mean, even if you have like, you know, I mean, you can get on disability for anything, you know, like seriously anything. But I'll definitely be praying that you get it and that you get it soon. How long have you been waiting on it for? Okay, no worries. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're not distracting me. I'm actually distracting myself because I keep the stupid cuff won't stand up properly because of the 3 different kind of beads I put on here. So it's alright. Yeah, I'm using this daggone tiny little I don't know, it's like an armchair table my parents gave me for Christmas like forever ago, and it's supposed to clip to like the side of a chair or something, like a couch or something, you know. It's got actually a really, really big clip on the bottom of it. But I mean, all of my chairs in here are completely taken over by all kind of stuff. So I don't use the chairs like they're supposed to be used. Um, my room is pretty bad. Actually, some people say hoarder. I say collector. You know, I can see everything. I don't have trash on the floor or anything like that. But um, I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of collections, and I'm actually, if you check out my other playlist on here, um, I have 2 different playlists. One, well, I mean, I have a bunch of playlists, but I have uh one playlist where I read like the Bible or other Bible books, you know, Bible inspired books, to try to spread the message, um not just for me but for other people who might be struggling with not knowing Jesus, you know, or they just need some kind of like, you know, inspiration to keep going. I make those videos, and then I also have been making. I also have a playlist where I set my stuff on fire, and I've been making purging testimony videos of me burning um bags of stuff. Like a couple weeks ago, I actually set 4 bags on fire, and I severed probably about 25, I would say about 25 soul ties to different people that I don't speak to at all anymore. Um, but yeah, and I'm still going through my stuff to like get rid of stuff like pictures and like anything that anybody gave me that I no longer speak to. You know, and I've gone through this stuff like multiple times now, but I haven't gotten to everything because I have so much stuff everywhere, and it's so overwhelming to do this. I started doing this last year around this time, and I'm still not done yet. So it's like, you know, I'm just doing as I feel led to do. But but no, no, no. I didn't burn myself. I'm saying I'm burning my stuff, like stuff people gave me. Like, okay, like so last year, about October-ish of last year, I burnt uh I don't even know. I think it was just one bag. I think it was just one bag, but it was so full of like stuff that my ex gave me. Um my very last recent ex, I say recent, but when I say recent, I actually mean 2 years ago. Uh, I set all his stuff on fire, just because he's not who he said he was. He's not my person, and he was a pretender, and he's a narcissist, and you know, so it had to go, you know, but so that started like a huge thing of me doing that. All right, now I need two hot pinks. So and God, He revealed to me, like, so what had started this whole thing was that I was going to my friend, and she was doing deliverance ministry on me because I was having like really bad nightmares. It was like it was probably about it was probably about 6 months after me and my ex broke up. We broke up in August, at the end of August in 22. Um, and it caused me to have really bad, like, nightmares and night terrors and all this other crap. I just couldn't, cause, all right, now I'm gonna do two yellows. Cause, he was the first relationship I'd been in over 15 years, and he was the first sexual relationship I had been in almost 7 years. So it was like, I believed everything he said. Like, he told me that he wanted to build a life with me, and that, he loved me, and like all this crap. And we were together for like a year. But we hung out for over a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably like a year and a half we hung out. Or we hung out about 6 months before we started dating, is what I'm trying to say. And he just really messed me up really bad. So, um, when she started doing this deliverance ministry on me, she kept telling me, she's like, anything that you have in your house that has a tie to the occult, or to, going through your movies, your books, your music, your clothes, anything that has any kinds of attachment to people you don't talk to anymore, you need to get rid of. Or even bad things, like if it has to do with, like, witchcraft, or like anything demonic, or your past, that you no longer are there. And like I said, I used to make all kind of art back in the day, like especially collages. And in my art room on the ceiling, I had all of my old collages that I made in high school. And when I was in high school, I was super demonic, I guess you could say. Like, I was not good. I was not in a good place back then, and I did a lot of bad stuff, like really bad stuff on purpose. But anywho, I'm forgiven for that. God is good, and He's forgiven me for that. But I had been holding on to it this whole time. I was, for whatever reason, I just wouldn't let it go. And then when she told me that, I was like, going back and forth about it for months after she started this deliverance ministry on me. And I was still going, and I was getting hands laid on me, and like all of this stuff. Um, but like, so after that happened, uh, I kept praying about it, and I was like, what do I do? Like, I have so much stuff, I don't even know what to do. And then God told me one day when I was sitting here, He said, that's how you get rid of it. I want you to burn it. He said, don't give it away. Because if you give it away, that soul attachment is still there. And then you're just passing on a demon to another demon to another demon. It's going to keep going. And it's, you want these ties and these binds and these strongholds to be severed, completely severed. And I was like, you're right. He goes, fire cleanses the soul. He said, this is why I always say fire cleanses you, you know? He's like, this is how you get set free. He's like, I don't want you to throw it away because then somebody can go in the trash can and they get it out and then boom, that stronghold's still there, that attachment's still there. Even though it's not in your possession anymore, it could still have effect over you. Like if you set it on fire, then it's gone. You'll be severed from this stuff, right? Well, so that's what happened. That's why I started doing this, right? And instead of just, I was trying to like set an example, I guess, or like give people the encouragement to do the same type of thing, I guess. So I started videotaping it and I put it on YouTube. And I'm still making those videos, and I think the very first burn that I ever did was like 4 bags. And when I say 4 bags, they were so freaking heavy, dude. Oh my gosh, you would think that I had all kind of stuff in there. Dude, I set all my porn stuff on fire, like any kind of pornographic stuff I had. I had all kind of different sex stuff, right? Like books, movies, toys, like all different kinds of stuff. I set it all on fire. I had 2 jars beside my bed that were filled up with like weed, and I had mushrooms, and I found some acid and like like everything. I set everything on fire. Even my vape stuff, like everything, all of it just gone. Just set everything on fire. Um Lots of books, movies, CDs, like you name it, I've set it on fire. And because I used to be super obsessed with death back in the day, and I'm not anymore. And apparently I made a lot of this stuff my idols. So he said, you got to burn it, you got to set it on fire. So, and then I started going through stuff that I could audibly, like, I could actually see in my rooms, sitting out. And then, um, So, um, yeah, I don't know, but I didn't care. I set everything on fire. I was just like, I got to get rid of it, and this is how you get rid of it. So, you know, um, so I set everything on fire. It's gone. Like nobody can get me in trouble for anything because it's already gone. You know what I'm saying? I set it on fire months ago. And I didn't show it, like, it was all in bags, it was all in trash bags, and I, like, literally, it was either at my friend's house, and he had a fire pit, and I put the bags in there and poured, like, lighter fluid on top, and then poof, it went up, and I watched it, and I prayed over it, and some of the people whose stuff was going up in flames that they gave me forever ago, like, I talked about them, but I didn't actually say their names, you know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't even said my niece and nephew's name just now. I can't believe I just name dropped like that. It's all good though. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what we need. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm very open, dude. I don't know if you go back and watch any of my videos, you'll see how open I am. Like, I'll talk about anything and everything. I ain't scared. That's the thing though. The devil, he doesn't want you to reveal anything. He doesn't. He doesn't want you to talk about Jesus or about God or about how to get set free or anything like that. Anything. And I'm not like I'm an advocate for getting off of drugs and alcohol. I talk about it all the time in all my videos. Like, if there are people out here that are struggling with drugs and alcohol, like, there's all kind of free places to go and get help. You just gotta be willing to go to these places. But, and I even link in everything that I read, from any books, like, I link everything in the description box. the pages that I read, what it talks about, what book, who wrote the book, like everything's linked. Um, you know. So I don't take credit for anything, you know. Um, and even when I read my Bibles, I actually have a thing over here. I was already supposed to have red mark out of my Bible, the word Yahweh, but I don't know. I haven't gotten to that point yet to do it. I just kind of been in a funky funk the last couple of days because one of my clients, she lost her job last week, so she gave me the axe for a hot minute. I mean, I'll get her back when she gets another job, but for right now, I don't have her house every 2 weeks, so that's really crappy. And then I got a cancellation earlier this week, so it's just been like boom, 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 you know. Flag my stuff about way. It's okay. I don't know. It's all good. I mean, they can try to flag me all they want. I don't care. I mean, you know, if they want to, they can. It's alright though. I have like other video, like most of my stuff have copyrights on it anyway. Like, I mean, I go to like a lot of shows and I do videos of the shows I go to and stuff. But, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's okay though. But I mean, I make my videos not for kids, so I'll put it in there that it's not for kids. Like because it's not like some of my videos I'm cussing in stuff like that, you know. But of course, these parents these days they don't have blockers on their children's sites, so you know their kids are able to watch whatever they want, you know. So it's like, I don't know, it's pretty messed up. I don't have any kids, but, oh yeah, that's fine, dude. I bet. I bet. Yeah, you gotta be careful, especially with girls, man. They're tricky. You know. But yeah, man, that's cool. I might still be on here. I don't know. But if not, then I'll probably come back on what's today? Today's technically Friday, I guess. Is it already after midnight? Yep. I might make something else. I mean, I do have a necklace I gotta make and stuff, so I might still be on here, but if not, I'll definitely hit you up on Facebook and Messenger, but it was really nice talking to you. I hope you have a great night, and if I don't talk to you later tonight, I will talk to you soon. Alright, bye! Deuces! Alright, let's see, where am I at? I'm on 9. So I did 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Alright. Alright, sounds good. So how's everybody else doing out there? It's just after midnight, it looks like. I can't actually see the time unless I like kind of move my finger on my phone. But I think it said it was, yeah, 12:12. So it's just after midnight. I do have to work in the morning. And after I make this cuff, I guess I will go ahead and make this mustard seed necklace, because I was supposed to make it forever ago for my uncle. I have his house in the morning, and I can't take another day of me going over there and him like flipping out the way he's been flipping out. It's just so toxic. So I'm hoping that by me making this mustard seed necklace, that he'll at least put it up in his house somewhere, or he could put it in his car to help protect him when he's driving, because he has Alzheimer's. So actually that's not right. All right, I needed an extra one. All right, so he has like early on Alzheimer's, and so he's also a Vietnam vet. So he starts talking about the war, and like just he talks about a lot of very inappropriate stuff to me. And I'm really trying with him, you know? Like, this isn't my first rodeo with somebody with Alzheimer's by any means, but I don't know. It's just really hard to deal with, you know, with him, because he's so negative about so much stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, it's really hard. So I'm hoping by me making this mustard seed necklace, that I can kind of use it for like protection or something, you know. But I also have blessed oil that I'm gonna use at his house. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm about to do row 10, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some more string on this one string, so I'll have enough. All right, so what I'm trying to do is loop it off twice. Okay. And then you just go to where you just did it, and then get as close as you can, cut it off, throw that part away. Alright. And I've been meaning to bless his house, like every time I go over there. I mean, within like 10 minutes of me being there, I have like the worst anxiety and stuff. It's really bad. So I'm hoping when I go tomorrow that I can relax and like calm down, you know. All right, so now I'm going to be on number 10. So I'm going to do 2 pinks and then 2 yellows. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Alright, I'm just going to put the other ones right there. And I've been meaning to do blessed oil at his house, and bless the inside, outside of the doors, in the middle, make a cross, inside, outside of the doors, and then on top of the door frames, on both sides of the doors. I've been meaning to for weeks now, and I just haven't. But I think tomorrow I'm most definitely going to do it, because there's just so much negativity inside that house, man. It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. He doesn't, he has children. He does. He has 2 sons, but they just kind of look at him like he's Daddy Warbucks, and they just expect money out of him all the time. They don't do anything for him. Like, I mean, some stuff happened a couple months back, and his truck was missing, and he didn't know what happened to it. And so I tried to call. I could only get a hold of one of his children, and it was really bad. It was really bad. Like the other one, I couldn't get him on the phone, and then when I finally got him on the phone, he just didn't know what to do, and I'm like, he's of age, like he's over 30 years old, but he's been, babied his entire life by his mother. So, like, he doesn't know, he doesn't know how to take care of anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a good situation to be in, you know? Like, all of it is just really bad. So, but, yeah. Yeah, but I know my whole channel is like pretty diverse. Like I have all different kinds of stuff um on my channel. Like I mean, when I first made this channel, it was mainly for me to like, listen to my drum and bass uh different people that I was listening to, and to be able to watch all of those video game walkthroughs that I was addicted to watching, back in the day. I didn't start like putting, and I mean, I would upload a little bit of content, from like different shows I would go to. Like I have a bunch of friends who are DJs, so I'd go to their shows and I'd upload their videos on here to like get them more fan base and stuff in our, in the Charlotte area. But I don't know. Or like I would upload the videos that I would make of like me going to different like Christian events or different, music events or whatever. And that was like the whole thing. But then I started I decided to start making these videos, it's like I said before, I enjoy making candy and stuff, I really do. Now, for whatever reason, this isn't enough beads. I can already tell it's not. Alright, so let's see. So, 11, so you're gonna need 2, and then 1, and then you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 2, 4, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. What are you even talking about? Dude. Never. Most definitely. I was supposed to be going to this Christian concert on Sunday, but since I had to take a break in my pay coming up, I decided not to go to the concert on Sunday. So I'm actually going to be going to a couple of different free events in my area of Christian music and stuff. But they have them every single day this weekend. And I'm not sure if I'm going to actually attend all 3 of them, because they're in different locations. But I'm definitely gonna try to attend at least 2 of them. There's one tomorrow night in Rock Hill, at this one place that I'm really interested in. you know. So I'm hoping that goes really well, because I really need some, like, I don't know, I really need some Jesus hands to be around other followers of him. You know, today I was just, I'm not even gonna say what I was thinking of doing, but man, the devil, he was beating down on my brain super duper hard. Like, I don't know, I talked about it, I think, in the last 2 lives I did, or 3 lives now, maybe. But ever since that person posted that daggum flyer, it's really, like, messed me up, man. Like, it really has. You know, the devil has just been hitting me super hardcore, man, with not just thoughts, but with dreams too. And he's just, man. But I know that my God is way more powerful than the devil is. That's for daggum sure. But man, he really does, dude. You know, that's who he is. He's a deceiver. You know, he wants to deceive us. You know, that's the whole point of what he's doing. You know, he wants us to fall from grace, and man, he's been working me hardcore. But I'm not gonna let him win. That's for daggum sure. I can't. That's not gonna solve anything if I do let him win. You know. But alright, so I'm done with this. This is what it's supposed to look like. And I'm done. Yay! Woo! Alright, so now you got this long ass piece of string, right? So now what you do with it is you cut it. And then you take it and you go in between your beads. Okay. And then you loop it. And then you pull it through. And then you go through your beads. I like to go down into the second row. And then, come on. See, it's moving around so much, can't tell where it's at. Alright. Hang on. Okay. Go through these. And loop it. And make a knot. And I always go back through the first one that I just did. Stop. And then, like I said, it's being difficult right now because it's so tiny. And then loop it through again to make sure it is good and tight on there. And then you just go cut, snip, and that's it. That's all she wrote. Alright, so now you got you a princess bubblegum candy cuff. Woohoo! That's what's up. So, yep. Yay! So now I got me a princess bubblegum candy cuff. Yay! Alright, cool beans, dude. Now I'm gonna make a, what am I gonna do? I guess I'm gonna make that mustard seed necklace. So, but that's what it looks like now. I made it. Woohoo! Yay! It matches that. That's awesome. Okay. I don't know what happened to my daggum. That's so stupid. Where did it go? I don't know. Weird. Alright, well, I made that already. Alright, so I'm gonna move you for a second so I can get all this stuff straight on my bed for a minute before I start doing the other stuff. Ooh. Ow. Okay. Let me just move you for a minute. Oh, there's my pen. I knew it was around here somewhere. Alright. But that's cool. I need that. Oh, snap. And I just went to the chiropractor today and got them to fix me. And now you can't even tell because it hurts so bad. But so I made this the other day. Hang on. I made this finally the other day. And I did it on Facebook Live. And when I got done and I tied it off, I realized I messed up at the very tip top. You see it? That bead right there is actually supposed to be right there. Yep. And that bead right there is supposed to be red. So freaking mad, dude. But it's the emblem on Elric's jacket for Full Metal Alchemist. And then, also last week, I made a dancing fin cuff. And then a dancing Jake cuff. So, and I had them sitting on top of each other, and it looks like a daggum robot. You see it? Or wait, it's upside down. It looks like a robot. Yeah, it's funny. But anyhow, now I can put all these together. Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. So I got a couple cuffs that I have available, and I still have some cuffs left over from before that I made ages ago. But alright, I'll move this out of the way. And I actually have, so I have this pattern that I'm going to be doing soon. And I got this pattern that I'm going to be doing soon for my friend. And I got this one that I'm going to be doing soon. And then this one I'm going to make. And then this one, this is super small one. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. But I already have the beads picked out for the adult swim and for the corn cuff. The corn cuff is going to be for my friend's husband. And the Jesus, I'm just going to redo the Jesus Loves Me. I don't know. I don't think I've done this one in a minute. Like, I had the patterns already picked out. But when I had got the patterns, they were all in black and white, so you couldn't really see them. You know, you really couldn't see them at all. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna. All right. Oh crap. Oh shit. Yeah. Anyhow. Alright. So I'm gonna sit in my bed. But oh, ow, man. I hope it didn't get me. I don't know if it did or not. I hope not. No. I hate showing my face on here. Like, I can't stand it. I know there's lots of people that do show their face and I don't have a big deal doing it, but I don't like doing that. Like, that's just not my cup of tea. You know, everybody's different. So, now what I'm getting ready to make is I'm getting ready to do... Here, let me move this around. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so now what I'm getting ready to do... I just don't want to show too much. Alright, what I'm getting ready to do now... I'm getting ready to do... See? Alright, Matthew 17:20 on it. So they know, or they can at least look it up. Whenever I give it to them. But I'm going to make a mustard seed necklace. So, whoop. So, see. You see it? It's a mustard seed. That's all you need. You only need a mustard seed size of faith to be able to move any mountain in your life, regardless of what it is. You know, that's all you need. That's as much faith as you need. Okay? That's why I'm making them. So I'm about to do that. And I asked my uncle, what colors did he like? Well, I said, what are your favorite colors? And I already kind of knew what he was going to say, but I just wanted to hear him say it. He was like, red, white, and blue. I was like, okay. So, and of course, this daggum bag I have doesn't have any red, white, or blue in it. I'm going to have to get back up. Man. Crap. Alright. Dang it. Really? I mean, I can make another candy. I can make another one real fast of not red, white, and blue, but of just some beads. Like, look, I have these glitter beads. Ooh, yeah, pretty. They're like, you can't even tell because they're in the package. But I think they're rainbow glitter beads. There. See them? They're like rainbow glitter. Yeah. And then I have all these cute little ones. Where are they at? I have octopi and a whole bunch of smiley faces. I really like the smiley faces. Alright, so what did I say? Red, white, and blue. Let's go red. Is that solid red? Or is that pink? That's pink. Do I have any reds left? Oh wait, I have this one. I do this red. That's a red. It doesn't look like it, but it is. It is a red. And then I'll do this white. I don't have any more blues left though. I don't think. Maybe I do. Hang on. Let's see. Oh yeah, right here. Maybe. Let's see. No, I don't. Oh wait, yes I do. Nope, that's black. Never mind. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna have to get back up. Crap. Man, that sucks. Alright. And then for these necklaces that I do, I use this kind of string, the stretchy string. That's what I do for these necklaces because, you know, it's very stretchy and it's got the fabric on it. And they just feel better when they're on your neck compared to, you know. Yeah. I mean, test it on me. I know I'm short, but, I don't know. Alright, that's probably long enough. Oh, crap. Really? Come on. Stupid string. I know, I really wanted to play some music and stuff, but that's why I didn't put any on, because I didn't want to get flagged, you know, or I didn't want, like, copyright on my daggone video, on this video, because, I mean, this is my own personal, like, content, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any background noise or anything like that, going on, so I'm not, like, playing any music, or, like, you know, watching a movie or anything. That's why if you watch any of my lives, it's just me and whatever I'm doing, because I don't want to get flagged for that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different if, like, it's different if it's, like, a show or something, you know, because, I mean, like, I'm at a concert, you know what I'm saying? And, like, that's not my content anyway, you know? And I mean, unless the people at the venue say no photographs and no whatever, like, I'm going to make a video. Of course, I'm going to make a video, and I'm gonna post it on here. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. And it's crazy, because I have so much content on here of me going to shows throughout the years, and some of my stuff is flagged. Actually, a lot of it is flagged for copyright, you know? But there's probably been only 20 videos out of over 1,000 videos that I've added on here. Now, I have gone back my own self. YouTube has never deleted any of my videos. I have personally deleted my own videos, okay? But they've come back on and have said, like, they've sent me, like, a message saying, like, hey, you know, your video, has gotten, you know, whatever music you put in your video, or your video has music, whatever it is, like, the people who own that music has gotten leeway of, you know, your views or whatever, and they're wanting, you know, they say that you can't make any money off of this, and I'm like, dude, okay, first off, I ain't trying to make money off of YouTube anyway. Like, I've never said anything about making money on here, you know? I don't care about that stuff, you know? Like, the way I see it, God gives me everything I need, you know? I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm not trying to make content, you know? I'm not trying to be a paid, you know, YouTuber or anything, you know? I mean, I tell everybody all the time, like, pay it forward, you know? Even if I were to link up with you in the future, and, like, you get, like, a candy cup from me, or, like, a pick-me-up box that I make, or whatever, I would never ask you for any money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just me. Like, everybody's different, though. You know, and I know stuff costs money. It costs money to do all this stuff. It costs mad money, actually. But I'm overflowing in my beads. Like, I have so many daggum beads, it's not even funny. You know? I have a lot of string. I have a lot of beads. You know? I don't mind, you know, but that's just who I am. Like, I'm not about that anyway. It's just like me when I do the stuff for the homeless. Like, when I first started making those homeless bags, almost all of it what came out of my pocket, you know? Like, instead of me buying Christmas presents for my families and my friends, we wouldn't have Christmas together until after Christmas. because every year I wanted to use my money for the homeless people. And I would literally go out and I would buy book bags and I would buy all the stuff to fill up the book bags. You know, scarves and toboggans and mittens and or yeah, gloves, toboggans, scarves, um I buy socks, like all kinds of stuff to go in there, waters, food, snacks, like, you know, I'd put Bibles in every bag. And I mean, I still do the homeless bags, but I'm not as intense with it as I used to be. I used to be like full size bottles of toiletries, full size bottles of like all this stuff. And like, if you got a book bag, you got 2 bags of food and 4 waters and a Bible. And then I would even, because I was getting all my Bibles from the Dollar Tree. So the print on the Dollar Tree literally is this big. Like it's so tiny. So you would have to have a magnifying glass. So I would start putting magnifying glasses in every single bag. Plus I would give them hand towels and washcloths and like full bars of soap and like all this stuff and all these different toiletries. Um, and I would do this all by myself for like 3 or 4 years. I did it all by myself every single year. And then I started getting donations from my different clients that I clean for. And, you know, I've had a couple of different people throughout the years who are my dad's friends and stuff tell me, oh, we want to get our church involved in it, but we want you to go and we want you to come to our church and like stand up there and tell everybody what you're doing, and we want to put you on TV and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, no, 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 I don't want to do any of that. You know, like I'm not doing this for me to make money or for me to like whatever. Like if you want to give me toiletries, if you want to give me like jackets and like book bags and stuff that I need to be able to pass them out to people in need, then okay, that's fine. But what I really need is I don't really so much need help like getting the stuff together. I need help passing the stuff out, because instead of me just taking this stuff and like putting it to a not a halfway house, but instead of me taking it and putting it, you know, dropping it off at a shelter, like I was literally going and passing the stuff out on the streets of Charlotte, you know, because that was the whole reason why I started doing that, was because, you know, they wanted a conversation, you know, like all the homeless people I ever met, they would tell me all the time, like, I just want people to pay attention to me. I just want people to not walk by me and act like I'm a piece of crap. You know? I just want people to pay me some attention. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started doing what I was doing. You know, because also, you know, also it was pleasing God. You know, God told me several different times, you know, like, this is how you please me, you know? Like, you know, these people out here, they're your brothers and sisters, you know, just because they don't come from your mother, it doesn't mean that they're not your family, you know? Like, they're my children. And, you know, like, you know, you're supposed to be here to take care of everybody. It's not just supposed to be like, you know, oh, well, I'm gonna help you one time and then boom, I'm done. Like, you know, and that's what gets me about people, you know. Like, most people are so freaking selfish, dude. Like, they are so selfish, you know, and it's so sad to like watch. It's so sad to watch people, like, you know, I don't know. It's just, I know I'm not like everybody else, and I don't want to be like anybody. Honestly, I don't, because I know I'm not cut from the same cloth as everybody else, and that's perfectly okay with me. Because the way I see it, most of this world is going straight to hell, and I sure as heck don't want to be stuck there with them. So, you best believe I'm going to do everything in my power to make God happy and to, you know, do what's right and do what He puts on my heart to do for other people, you know. And I try not to treat people like crap, you know. I try to share Jesus with everybody I come in contact with, and to tell people about Him, and to you know, try to make a difference in other people's lives. Because that one Bible verse, I forget where it's at, but it talks about, like, you know, this is why we're supposed to be helping each other out, because you never know who you're entertaining. You could be entertaining an angel or Jesus Christ Himself. Like, you don't know, you know. But, you know, we live in a fallen, broken world, and unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. So, I just don't, you know, I don't want to be like everybody else. Alright, now where the heck is the rest of those beads at? Did I use them all? I could have swore I used them. No. I'm looking for solid red beads. Maybe I did. Maybe I used them. Maybe I used them on my last cuff. I know I have those. But I'm looking for... crap, that sucks. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna use those. Alright, he said he wanted red, white, and blue. I have some white right there. I need some red. Like real red. Let me... Like I said, I have beads everywhere. So just give me a second. I know, this is ridiculous. I don't know where they're at. What's the string? Oh, I think so. They are. Yay, I found them. Alright. Here's some red. Here's some other red. And here's my other red. And here's my white. Okay, cool beans. I knew I had them somewhere. Alright, I don't want those other ones. Okay. Good. Alright, so I'm just going to use those blue. Those are my cuffs. Okay. I know, I told you I have so much stuff everywhere. It's insane how much bead stuff I have. It's so crazy. Alright. So, let's just look at it. Okay. Alright, I have my beads right there. Put this back over here. No. Okay. Alright, let's see. if I can get back on here without knocking over my daggum thing or showing my face. Okay. Yay! Okay. So I am going to make Alright. Oh no, don't follow me. Sorry. I knew I was gonna do it again. Alright. So now I've got all these beads. Yay! All these beads. Alright, so now I'm going to make a mustard seed necklace for my uncle. He is a Vietnam vet. I asked him what his favorite colors were, and he told me red, white, and blue. Oh yeah, this is what else I wanted to do. I want to put some stars on it. Alright, so I'm going to do red, white, blue. Oh. Alright, really? I don't have any more blue? Ew! Really? I'm not going back through that daggone bag again. Like, I might have some over there, but I don't know. Ew. Oh, wait. I got one. Oh, snap. Yay! Alright. Red, white, blue. Yay. Okay. Now we're in business. Oh, so I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use these blues. They're tiny and they're super bright. So I'm going to use these. And I'm hoping that these are the ones that don't change colors, but I'm not sure. Because I got so many daggone beads at the same freaking time a couple years ago, and I kind of just all threw them together. But you see how bright they are? They're awesome. They're Duke blue. Alright. So. But anyhow. Yeah, and I've tried to go Twitch. I've tried to get on Twitch several different times. To go live on there. And I don't know. Like I said before, I obviously don't understand how that platform works. Because I can't figure it out. And I've gone live a couple times on that channel on Twitch, but none of my content has been saved. I don't know where my videos have gone. I guess it's because I don't own a computer. And I've been uploading through my daggum phone. So I guess that's what the problem is. I guess that since I don't own a computer, that it's not doing properly on there. But it's weird because it says that I live streamed, and it tells me the last time I went live and like how many views I had and all this stuff, but yet where's my content at? You know, like if you go to my channel, it doesn't show anything. So it's really messed up. Like, I don't know. It's just so weird. Alright, I'm just gonna do 3 of each. And then I'm going to do like one, whatever. Alright. Like I said. Where'd that go? I don't know. Oh, it went down there. It's alright. Alright, don't use that one. Wait, what? What just happened? Are you effing serious right now? What? Dude, if it just deleted all of my video just now, I'm gonna be so ticked, bro. Like, seriously. I just made that whole daggum cuff. And then now you're telling me that now I'm only been live for 8 minutes when I know daggum good and well I've been live for about almost 2 hours now. Dude, I'm about to get really ticked off. Wow, YouTube. Really? What the flap? That's such BS. Seriously. I'm not happy with you right now. I'm not happy with you right now. It doesn't even make any sense. It better pop back up. That's all I gotta say. Like, that's crap. Alright. So, yeah, I am making a mustard seed necklace. I just made a candy cuff. It was really cool. It was Princess Bubblegum candy cuff. So, alright, let's look. Alright. Like I said, I'm doing red, white, and blue. My uncle was, he's a Vietnam vet. So, asked him what his favorite colors were, and he said red, white, blue. And I was like, okay. So you got it, dude. I was supposed to make this for him like months ago, but I've just been, I don't know. I go through my spurts where, you know, I'm really good about doing stuff for a hot minute, and then I get burnt out on it, and then, you know, I go back to it. So it's like, that's what I do. You know, like I was saying earlier about me reading my Bible and stuff on here. I mean, I was supposed to do that a minute ago, you know, and I haven't. Are you serious? See, this is why I need to be paying attention. Hang on. Okay. Can't put, let's see, there we go. Hands on. I don't know. That's super messed up, dude. I mean, for real, bro. I'm about to check it. I'm probably about to get off here because now I'm ticked. Like, now it's telling me I've only been on here for 12 minutes, and I know daggum good and well I've been on here for about 2 hours now, at least, maybe a little longer than that. That's that's crap, dude. That's crap. Alright, so I'm about to let y'all go so I can figure out what just happened. As I got a video I did last night when I got my box from, what you call it? When I got my box from Treats last night. So I got my box from Treats last night. Finally, after I've been waiting for daggone over a month, or I've been waiting a whole month for my August box, and I finally got it last night. And they said when I hit them up about it, last month, they told me that whoever they were going through to like send the boxes out and stuff, that apparently that company went bankrupt, and so it had put a hold on all of our boxes, which was crazy because it was showing me that my box was sitting at the post office in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm only like a state away from Atlanta. So I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's crazy. It's stupid. But it took that long to get to my house. So I don't know. It's dumb. Like, part of me kind of wants to go ahead and end my subscription with them. You know, because like I'm paying. It was $16.95 for a small box, and it's between 5 to 7 snacks. And now it jumped up to $17.95 for a small box, which is still 5 to 7 snacks. But it's like, I don't know, man. If I paid like $20 or $25 for the bigger box, I would get like 10 to 12 snacks, you know. But even then, that just doesn't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't even sound right. Because at least with Tokyo Treat, your whole box is smack full and you get full-size bags of food. Like, full-size bags. Like, I mean, you could barely even open the box because it's packed that much, you know? So it's like, I kind of just, I don't know, part of me thinks I just need to cancel my script with them. I haven't decided completely yet, but I'm kind of leaning towards it. Because this isn't the first time I've had my box with Treats.com. I had a box with them a while back. And a couple years ago, actually. But, you know, I think I kind of just need to be, like, saving my money. You know, I'm really bad at saving my money. I was talking about that earlier tonight. I'm extremely bad about saving my money, but, I mean, you know, you gotta think of it like this. I mean, we're not in Kansas anymore, too, you know? And, you know, like, I don't know. God forbid Trump doesn't get in the White House again. Like, we're totally screwed. I really feel that way. I really do. I really feel that way. And, I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna be. I don't know if America can survive another term with, you know, what sect we have in office, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't think so. I really don't. And I mean, that's just me, you know, because I mean, they're not Christians at all, dude. They're not, they pretend that they are, but they're definitely not. And, like, the crap that they, you know, I don't know, I overheard, like, my parents talking tonight and stuff, and, like, I've been doing my own, like, research about, I've been doing my own research about, her policies and crap, and, like, just hearing about how she feels about, the middle class and stuff, and how she wants to tax everything crap out of the middle class. And I mean, technically, that's what my parents are. My parents are middle class. I would not be considered middle class. I would be like considered like a poor folk, I guess, because I'm like under. I think that I would qualify to be under the poverty line, honestly. Like I would. I don't have any of my money saved. I don't have any 401k crap. I don't even have a job you know, where I get insurance or any of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that I want to be a missionary, like that's the way, like, that's my outlook on life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even part of the system, and I don't agree with the system at all. Like, I'm more like barter and trade type of person, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's barter. Oh, you don't have enough money to pay me in cash, then hey, let's barter with something, like give me something that has value. Or I trade my cleaning services for fixing on my car or whatever, you know what I'm saying, type of stuff. I mean, and the fact that, I do a lot of stuff for the homeless, like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, it's just really crappy, dude. Like, I know that I'm not part of this world like that, and I don't really want to be, honestly. Like, I mean, that's why I came on here tonight to make Kandi, because I've just not really been feeling too swell today. Like, the devil is just like, man, he's on my back hardcore. He won't get out of my head. He won't leave me alone. I'm fighting him off with a stick, and I just don't even know how much longer I can fight him off with a stick. You know what I'm saying? If you catch my drift. Like, I'm trying to hang in there. I really am. But it's like, I just don't know how much fight I have left. And actually, I pulled up in my driveway tonight, and then I turned around and left out of my driveway tonight. I sat in the car for probably about 15 minutes before I decided to take off. And I went down the street, and they got this church down the street, and they have this bench, and it's a roadside bench, and they have an option where you could like put in prayer requests. They have a mailbox and like all this stuff, and they have a cross, and it's actually, the cross is to the side, but it looks like it's more in the woods than anything. And I just I stood there for like a really long time, and I like didn't even move. I was just standing there staring at that cross. And I don't know, I had all these thoughts, and they just wouldn't leave me alone, and I was just kind of just talking to God, without actually like saying anything, and I was just, pouring out my heart to him, pouring out my soul to him, and then I started writing. And I mean, I stood there for like a while, like writing stuff down. And they had an option where you could leave, your prayer requests or your thoughts or whatever in the mailbox, or you could put it back in the thing where all the paper was. But I was like, you know what? Like, I didn't sign it. It said to put your name on there. It gave you an option to be able to put your name on there or whatever. But I was like, you know what? I don't even want to put my name on there. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I just, I don't want to do that. So I didn't. But, so, yeah, but I didn't put my name on there. But I could have, like, that's the thing. I could have put my name on there, but I didn't. and I put my initials on there, and I wrote, I wrote, you know, I said I'm a native, and then I put the year that I was supposed to graduate, not the year that I actually graduated, but the year I was supposed to graduate. I put that on there, but then I didn't even. I mean, I stood there with the piece of paper in my hand for like the longest time, but then I decided to not even. I decided just to leave. I didn't even put it. I didn't even put it in the box. I just took it with me, and then I just threw it in my burn bag because I was like, well, you know, um, I'm just gonna burn it instead. Like, I mean, you know, I was also told forever ago to do that. That's another like healing technique, is to write letters to God, and then, you know, instead of reading the letter to God, like putting it under your pillow, sleeping on it, and then the next day, like burning it, in like a trash can or whatever. And, I mean, I've done that plenty of times before in the past. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna add it to my burn bag, and when I burn the next bag, it'll be gone. But yeah, I just haven't been having, I don't know, man. Devil's been on my back. He really has been. Ever since I saw that daggone flyer weeks ago, man. It's like I just cannot shake that crap. Like it is not set right with me at all by any means. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I've been having dreams about those people, and just like I've been haunted, and just like thoughts and, memories and like all this crap. And I'm like, dude, really? Like, this is why I set their stuff on fire that they gave me, so I could break these soul ties and stuff. Why am I still being hounded by them? And then I just kept hearing, the Holy Spirit talk to me and say, this is what the devil does. This is how he breaks us down. We cannot let him win. We got to fight, fight, fight with everything we got in us, and even especially with everything we don't have, like we have in us, but we really do have in us, but that's how he likes to trick us, that's how he likes to break us down to his level, because he will. That's why we got to keep rising up against him. That's why we got to keep fighting for our lives, because I mean, that's literally what we're doing when we're fighting the devil. We are fighting for our lives. Like he doesn't want you to hear about Jesus. He doesn't want you to have a conversation about God. He doesn't want you to read your Bible. He doesn't want you to like go to church. He doesn't want you to have any friends who are positive. He wants to keep you in that bondage. He wants to keep you stuck in that sin, because he knows that his time here is almost over. Like, he knows. And he knows that, he knows that there's a lot of lost, broken people in this world. And he knows that, if he keeps, you know, messing with the ones that already do believe who he is and knows who he is, like, but we're giving him power. You know what I'm saying? We're giving him more power by staying stuck in that sin. That's why we got to release it. That's why we got to, like, sever our ties with these people, places, and things that we know aren't for God. It's just like a minute ago when, I was on here. I don't understand why it says it's only 27 minutes. It's supposed to say like 2 hours and something. Like, this is insane. I swear, if it just deleted all my stuff, I'm gonna be so freaking ticked, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't know. This is crazy. I should have stopped the video a minute ago. I should have, but I didn't. Now I know. I think it happened whenever I just dropped my phone or whatever a second ago. I think that's what it did. it kind of feels like it might have reset it or something, and that's bullshit. That's really crap. I'm not happy. Alright, I don't know if I have any more. I have one more white, but I don't think, and I don't know where I put the rest of my stars at. Yeah, that's crappy. But anyway, so I'm making a mustard seed necklace for all of you people that keep popping on here and popping back off. That's what I'm doing. Alright, I'll just... Alright, so these stars, oh my gosh, I got these stars forever ago from this girl. She gave me all of her old candy because she didn't want it anymore. She had stopped going out to the clubs and she stopped making candy. So these stars right here are from her. And these are probably, I think that she got these in like the early 2000s at least. So they're like 20 something years old. Yeah. But I take care of my stuff too. And that's what we were talking about the last time I saw her. She was like, yeah. She's like, you really take care of your stuff. And I was like, well, no crap. That's how you keep your stuff good and like fresh and everything when you take care of it. You know? And she's like, you're like, she would tell me all the time, joke around about, oh man, you're the most organized candy kid I've ever met, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I know. I was like, thanks. You know, like everything has a place. I try to keep it, everything, like in its own separate container. You know, like I do try to be organized, even though my room looks the way it does right now. Like I promise you, everything has its place. Like that's why it's taking me so long to go through all of my stuff to be able to like purge from what I have, you know, because I have so much stuff everywhere. All right, so let's see. All right, I have 2 red smiley faces on there. Now I'm about to have 2 whites. All right. I'm gonna do red, white, and a blue. I don't know what just happened. I really hope my other part of my video just is chilling somewhere. I swear, if I found out that it just got gone, I'm gonna be so freaking ticked, dude. Because that was a really good video. It was a really good video. I just made this freaking bubblegum princess candy cuff a minute ago. Like, it was really cool. I'm gonna be so mad. Alright, red, white, blue. And I did red, white. And then I did red, white, blue. Red, white. Okay. And then I did 1, 2. See, I only did 1 of those reds right there. Did I not have another red? I could have sworn. Oh wait, it's in my hand. I knew that. I knew that. Alright. Alright. But anyway, so there's a bunch of different like concerts popping off this weekend. Christian concerts. They're all local people though. It's not like and I was supposed to be going to see Danny Goki and Taryn Wells, and I was supposed to be going to see Danny Goki and Taryn Wells in Greensboro this weekend, but I'm not going to be able to do that now because I had to take I got cancellation for this week, a house, and one of my longtime clients that I was cleaning for her once every 2 weeks, she had to cut me for a hot minute because she got fired. She got let go of her job the other day, last week. So, but that's okay because I know once she gets another job, I'll have her again. So, and everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. Like, I know that to be 100%, gazillion percent true. So, when one door opens, when one door closes, another door opens, and I just went on an interview today for a house that I'll be cleaning in October, even though it's probably only going to be a one-time gig. Still, that's better than nothing. And I actually have I actually cleaned for a whole family. I cleaned for the mother and two of the daughters, and then I have the other daughter's number. I just haven't had time to be able to squeeze her in yet. So maybe now this will be a great time to hit her up. The only thing about that, her house is atrocious. Like, it's so big from what I hear. And now when I say atrocious, I don't mean like dirty. I mean, it's like, I think it's like a 4-story house or something. So, I don't know if she's gonna want to like split it up, like do like 2 levels one day, or like one, or like do it by levels, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how she's gonna want to do it because it's only me cleaning. Like, I don't have a crew or anything. I was trying to get a crew several months ago, but my other houses that I cleaned for didn't want other people in their house. So I had to nip that idea in the butt. So, but now, I don't know. I'm kind of trying to leave my options open, a little bit. Like, I've also been thinking about, hitting up, there's different, like, house cleaning services in my area. They're always looking for house cleaners, so I've even thought about going to one of them and, like, maybe putting in, like, an application, just to try to pull in some extra money or whatever. But I don't even know if I'm actually going to do that or not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, honestly, I'm not worried about it right now. I mean, I kind of am, but I kind of aren't. But I also know there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done here at my house. Like, we have a lot of different things that are happening at my house currently with, like, stuff, so I know that my parents definitely need help with a lot of stuff. So I should probably help them, instead of not helping them. I'm actually gonna use these two. I also have these also. Let's use these. But yeah, so it's just a couple different things going on. But I know regardless of whatever storm I'm facing, God's got me. He's always had me. Instead of me being so concerned as to what's happening and what's gonna happen in my future, I just need to really put all my faith and my trust in him. And instead of me just saying that, I need to live it. I think that's another reason why, things are happening the way they are for me, because, he's trying to bring me back to him fully, to make me realize that, he's all that I've ever needed. I need to stop trying to do this on my own, and I need to stop being worried about the future or what's going to happen or what's not going to happen. I need to put all of my trust and my faith in him. And that if I just do that, that I'll see that he's always had me. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me trying to lean on my own understandings, because when you lean on your own understandings, that's when you mess up. That's when things really get messed up for you, because that's not you. We're not supposed to be here for ourselves. Like, that's why he allows certain things to happen to us the way he does, is because he's trying to pull us back to him. But when we try to do things on our own by getting off, topic, by, following the world, or by doing whatever, then we're not listening to him completely, and that's why he allows things to happen in our lives. It's not to condemn us per se. It's not to, like, he's not trying to be, mean towards us or anything like that. He loves us, he does. He loves us. And we're his children. He just wants to know us, and that's the main thing. He doesn't want us to get to heaven and to for him to say, "Get away from me, I never knew you." He does not want that for us, but I honestly believe that, the way that we make sure that he never says those words to us is that we stop following the world. We have to stop following the world. We have to stop being worried about what's going to happen, and we need to trust him with everything, I mean, we're not meant to, you gotta think of it like this. Like, yeah, he allows us to be here. He allows us to be here for each other and all this. All right, so I just finished my mustard seed necklace, red, white, and blue from my uncle. Oh, yeah, nice. All right. He allows things to happen to us, to bring us down, to bring us back to him, not to push us farther away from him, but to bring us back to him, because he wants us to have that relationship with him, but when we're on the opposite end of the spectrum, and we're doing things on our own, and we're not walking by faith, but we're walking by sight, just like I've been doing the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, with all these crazy thoughts popping in my head, and, like, the devil pulling on my heartstrings, and devil messing with my head, and bringing up my past, and, like, robbing me of my peace and my joy, and, like, he's literally slowly killing my mind. He's destroying me from the inside out. That's what the devil does. That's exactly what he does. And he does it for a reason, because he doesn't want me to prosper. He doesn't want me to trust in God, trust in Yahweh at all. He does not. Because if I do, that means that I'm not following his plan for me. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not, and that's why you really have to pay attention to what you're watching, what you're reading, what you're listening to, all of that, because it is, most of it is by his sinister design to bring us back down to his level. But if we wake up and we realize that we're being deceived by him, and that this music that we're listening to, and these movies that we're watching, and these books that we're reading are sinister and are evil and are full of temptation and all this stuff, and we decide to get rid of it, we decide to purge ourselves from it, we decide to set it on fire, in the name of Jesus, then, we're winning against him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want any of that to happen. He does not. That's why he's constantly sending people our way to get us off kilter, and why he's constantly feeling, telling his demons to hinder us constantly and stuff. We got to be, that's why the Holy Spirit gives you discernment. That's why you need to be, like, 100% on lock with Yahweh at all times, because if you're not, you're going to be deceived, and you're going to be led straight to hell, and you don't want that. I promise you, you do not want that. You want to, you want to just keep pushing, man. You just got to keep pushing. Pray until something happens. Push. Pray until something happens. Push, you know? Or, what was the other thing I said last night? It wasn't praying until something happens. It was something else that I said. But it's still push, still, praying until something happens. Uh uh Pushing until something happens. Whatever. That's what we got to do. We just got to stay on track. We gotta clear our minds out of all this crap and all this negativity that's in the world and all these other distractions of the world, this political crap and like everything. I mean, yeah, I just brought up politics a second ago, but you know what I mean. Like, you don't need to be so focused by all this extra stuff that you get separated by Jesus Christ. You don't want that, man. You don't want to be separated from him. It has not been easy. Uh, it has not been an easy fight at all. I have fought tooth and nail to get where I am right now. Tooth and nail I have fought. And I was thinking about that earlier when I was standing out there, at that sidewalk prayer bench thingy, whatever the heck you want to call it. I was out there and the cross was right in front of me, and there was like this prayer bench, and like I said, they had a box and they had paper and pencil. And as I was standing there and I was like had the paper in my hand and or I had the paper in front of me and I had the pen in my hand and my phone was down, I was just like, sitting there like, talking to God like I always do. I always talk to him, talking 24/7. But I was talking to him in my head and I just said, like, hey, you know, um you've given me so much. Why would I do that to you? Why would I throw everything away that you've given me? Why? For what? Like, why would I throw all that back in your face? You've given me so much. Not only did you lay your life down for me and my families and my friends, and especially the people who don't even believe in you, you lay down your life for all of us. But why would I throw everything you've done for me back in your face like that? By doing something that I know goes against you and it goes against your plan for me. Like, why would I do that? Why would I turn around and let the devil rob me of my happiness and my joy any more than he already has? Like, he doesn't, it's just like my whole Bible thing. I'll show it to you again. It's been in this freaking bag for like, I don't even know, like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now. And I haven't even took it out of here to read it. I'm supposed to be reading the book of Mark from the Word of Yahweh and doing a daily devotional from my little Bless Your Heart daily devotional thing. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And I was supposed to have already done it weeks ago, and I haven't yet. And the name of this video will be called Justice Will Prevail. And speaking of justice will prevail, so I haven't done it yet, but I need to after I get off this live, which I'm about to do here in a second. But I've talked about him a bunch on my channel. My friend's boy went missing back on Kevin's anniversary of all times, May 9th. He was missing for 2 months, or about a month and a half, not quite 2 months, but he was missing for a month and a half, and then they found him dead up under a bridge in Sharon, South Carolina. He was an hour away from where he was last seen, and he was on foot. We already know that he didn't get there by himself. Somebody killed him and put him out there. We don't know who. We don't know why. But but my friend finally got his remains. They had to have him cremated, and that was her only child. She has a GoFundMe set up in place. She's had it set up the whole time since he's been missing. And now she's asking for money to be able to have a memorial service for him and to get him a burial plot somewhere for a final resting place, and to be able to get a headstone for him. And she, you know, he didn't have any funds, you know. He didn't have any funds put away. He's only 26 years old, No 26-year-old thinks about that, they need to put money aside for if they die or not. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks like that. Most people don't think like that. Like, yeah, I used to be super obsessed with death, and I was like, you know, whatever. But I still don't have any money saved for any of that stuff. Like, I don't, you know? So I get what she's saying. Like, it's hard for families, Um, even most people's families that I know that are way older, none of them have money saved, put on the side for if something like that were to happen. So we're all kind of in the same kind of boat with that. It's not that we think we're going to live forever type of thing, but it's that we just don't even think about it, because most people, you know they think, our older generations, they think that if you think about this type of stuff early on, that that's like a hindrance, that something bad will happen to you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So most people don't think about that kind of stuff, or they think that, oh, well, their job will, if they have a job that takes out insurance or whatever, that their insurance will kick in and pay for stuff or whatever. But you gotta, like, really think about the times that we're living in, man. And I used to have insurance back in the day through when I worked at Burger King for 4 years, which was forever ago now. That was like a whole nother lifetime ago. And they took out, I didn't even know this was happening, but apparently my old general manager was robbing the company for like the whole time I worked there. And he had set up crap, I did have another one. He had set up a account through all of us employees that none of us knew about, but that's where all of our money was going into. So he was collecting our insurance money. He was charging us for insurance through a company, but really he was stealing our money from us, if that makes sense. I can't remember what the actual word is. It's definitely fraud. But then nothing happened to him. He quit before he got a chance to be convicted of it, and then he took off. And so I don't know where he went. I was just like, great, I already had a lot of other bad stuff happen that year. So I was just like, whatever, but even when I did have insurance, back in the day, they didn't really cover any of my stuff like they said they were going to, and now it makes sense of why they wouldn't, because I thought I had that insurance in place, and then come to find out, like, I didn't find this stuff out about that he had been frauding us and frauding Burger King and all this stuff until, like, man, it was way after I worked there. Like, probably about 4 years after I worked there is when I found out about it. And so it was like way after the fact. But then, I just never did what I was supposed to do. I never, whatever. It's all good. I don't care. But anyway, I'm going to get off here because I'm just rambling, Rose. I'm so tired. I went to the chiropractor earlier, but I swear you can't even tell because my back is starting to kill me from the way I've been sitting this whole time. So this is my mustard seed necklace that I made for my uncle. So I hope he likes it. It's definitely one of a kind. And you know, when I've been going to his house, you know, I've been talking to him about Jesus and stuff. He's just got so much hate in his heart for his ex-wife and for just everybody. It's just so hard to get through to him, you know, but I'm not going to give up, you know, I'm not going to give up. But tomorrow in the morning, I have this house, I got to go over there and clean. So I'm planning on, I got my blessed oil in my book bag. So I am planning on using it. I got a Bible. I'm planning on, saying Psalm 91 in his house while I anoint the doors, inside and out with a cross and the oil. Make a cross in the doors and on the door frames inside and out of every room, and say Psalm 91 as I'm walking through there. That's my plan. I do it not everywhere I go, but if I feel like there's a really bad negative force there, then yes, you best believe I definitely do it. So, I'll be doing that whenever I get there. Thanks for hanging out with me. I don't know what happened to my other 2 hours a second ago. I don't know where it went. That it's really ticking me off. It better pop back up, or I'm gonna be real freaking mad. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great night. God bless you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry I've been kind of psychobabbling for a hot minute, incoherently, or whatever. I'm just drained and tired. But I'm going to pray and let you go. Alright, dear Heavenly Father, I just ask that everybody that watched this or is watching or will watch in the future has a good night, has a great weekend. I hope whatever, you know their hearts, Lord, you know the things that are going on in their lives and their situations. I hope you just be with them, you just bring them peace, love, encouragement, strength, guidance, wisdom, patience, love. Lord, I just ask you just be with my families, be with my friends, be with me, Lord. I ask that you please allow me to go to sleep here in a minute and be able to wake up in the morning and be well rested and ready to start my day. I ask that you please, allow me to trust you more, Lord, and really trust you and lean on you completely and not my own understandings, which are complete misunderstandings, Lord. You know, most of that crap is in fear and thoughts by the devil, Lord, and, he knows what he's doing. I know what he's doing, but he has no authority over me. He has no power over me. He has no control over me. And, this crap that he's constantly throwing in my head, about my past and just other stuff, Lord. I ask that you just help me to guard my heart and guard my head and guard myself from him. Lord, I ask for the armor, the shield of protection over me, the armor of you, Lord. Father Yahweh, I just ask that you just help me to put on the breastplate of righteousness and the helmet of salvation, and just to be able, to arm myself with the sword, the mighty sword, to be able to defeat him, Lord, and to be able to read my Bible more and to pray more and to, do everything I need to do that is of you more and not things that are of this world, Lord. And allow me this weekend to not sleep all daggum weekend long, not to stay in my bed all weekend long, but actually to get up and to finish cleaning up my rooms, to go through my stuff that I haven't gone through, to get rid of the stuff of the people that I no longer have ties with, so I can set their stuff on fire, so I can purge myself of these things that they gave me that has soul ties to them. These have strongholds over me and over my life, Lord, that I can get rid of this stuff for good and not be hounded anymore. And that, all of this extra stuff that tries to weigh me down every single day, that I can just like be able to let go of it. And if you want me to stop having Bible study with the people that I've been having Bible study with, because they are not on the same path I'm on, yes, they're Christian, but they don't they don't believe the same things I believe, and it is starting to affect my minds a lot more. It's just like how before, when I was having Bible study with a couple other people, and the things they were saying to me constantly got me off kilter because of their own stuff that they were projecting onto me. And I know we all interpret the Bible differently, and there's so many different sects of religion, it's not even funny. But religion is not my God. You are my God, Father Yahweh. You are my God. You are the one that I worship, the one that I pray to, the one that I talk to, Lord. And I don't need to be influenced by anybody except for you and except for Jesus, except for the Holy Spirit, Lord. And I just ask you, just please give me, just to awaken you inside me, so that I have more discernment to know what is actually happening, and what is of the devil, and what is of, people that he has sent to me to destroy me and to destroy what you've, set in motion for me, Lord. But I just ask you, just help me to know what's happening more, so that I won't fall victim to any more traps or snares that the devil is trying to rope me into. I just ask you, just continue to guide me, Lord. You continue to guide my heart, and continue to guide my minds, Lord Jesus, and to help me control my words and my thoughts and my actions, Lord, and to let go of my anger and anything else that's weighing me down and hindering me and hindering my growth in you, Lord. And please allow me to be able to get my friend this weekend to go with me to church so she can get baptized, because, she needs that. She really needs that. She does. And I don't think she's ever been baptized before, but I know that she wants it and she needs it. So please allow me to help her do that, Lord. And I just ask that you just please uh, help me when I get off here to be able to get some sleep and go to bed, and just be with everybody else that's on YouTube, Facebook, all my other sites. Just be with them, whatever they're going through. Just lift them up in your name. And this I ask in your name, for you are the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Alright, you guys. I just got done doing a mustard seed necklace. I can't show it to you, but I can show you the box. Because I just wrapped it up. But it is red, white, and blue. It's from my uncle. He is a Vietnam vet, and I have his house in the morning. And I made a candy cuff. I don't know where the footage went, because technically it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I should have at least 3 hours of live time on here, but instead it only says an hour and 1 minute. Yeah, I think what happened was I accidentally dropped my camera a second ago. Like, it went backwards and it went forwards again. And I guess whenever I did that, somehow it like did it. I don't know. So I'm just like, man, I hope it's still saved. It better be. I'm gonna be freaking pissed. If it got all erased, I'm gonna be so freaking mad. So mad. But anyway, whatever. Everything happens for a reason, right? Right. So it's all good. But here, since I was talking about the word of Yahweh, I'm going to read a snippet from there because this is a Bible, and I actually got this Bible last year. So I'm going to show it to you. I read from it every now and again, but it is based on the Hebrew text of the King James Version. So, actually, here, I'll just read what it says. That way, so we'll all know together. Or here. I'll try to read. Alright, it says, Preface. The Word of Yahweh is a new edition of the Old Testament and New Testament scriptures. In order for a new Bible edition to be successful, it must fill a need. This project had its origin at the 1999 Sacred Name Unity Conference in Eaton Rapids, Michigan. At that conference, a presentation was given calling for a quality version of the Bible, emphasizing the sacred names of our Heavenly Father and His Son. Although there have been several sacred name versions published in recent years, many are not readily available or accessible to the average person. After much discussion, there was general agreement by the participants of the Unity Conference that this was a project worthy of further consideration, but no firm agenda was set to proceed. Within days of the conference, however, a brother from the Assembly of Yahweh in Eaton Rapids, Michigan, initiated a proposal to go forth with this Bible project. Work was begun almost immediately with the generous contributions of both expertise and financial support of many dedicated individuals in the body of the Messiah. We present this word of Yahweh was an offering of love to our Heavenly Father Yahweh and His Son, our Savior Yeshua. It is our hope that this version will contribute in some small way to bringing about that unity of the faith for which we all yearn. And I'm not reading all of this, but I will say that the basic text of the Word of Yahweh is based upon standard English language versions of the scriptures, which in turn are built upon the oldest available Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek manuscripts. This version has retained much of the old grammatical structure used by many English translations. It was our hope to present a text that would be familiar to most of our readers, yet easy to read and understand. Overriding either of these concerns, however, was our goal of portraying the original language as precisely as possible into the English language. We believe we have achieved that goal. All right, so where it says Lord and God, it actually says Yahweh and Elohim is actually what it says. And when it says Jesus in the regular Bible, it actually says Yeshua, which is his name also. And then it says, basically what I just said. The personal name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, was inspired into the Hebrew and Aramaic texts of the Old Testament nearly 7,000 times, which my Jehovah's Witness friends will sit there and say that it's actually the name Jehovah was over 7,000 times that has been taken out. Anywho, it doesn't matter. All right, so it says this includes 134 instances where the Masoretic scribes admittedly changed Yahweh to the more common Hebrew Adonai. In all instances where Lord or God was substituted for the sacred name in the English text, we have properly restored Yahweh. In addition to the many times the Father's name is rendered as Lord or God, there are many more instances where these terms are used as translations of the Hebrew word Elohim and Anande. Because there is no accurate translation of Elohim, we have transliterated the title into the English As for Adnan, as for Adonde, sovereign or master serves as an adequate translation in most cases. All right. Yeah, and then it just talks about like whatever. But okay, so my dad actually, I let him read through this because I didn't read all this stuff when I first got this book. So I'm just gonna tell you what happened because I can't prove to you what I'm about to tell you what happened. But there is a video if you go back into my playlist on here that I made called "Me Reading the Bible and Other Bible Books" or whatever. If you go into that playlist, it is I can't remember the name of the video, but I actually show this book on like the thumbnail, and it was the very first one that I ever did of here. But I like in the video I explained what I'm about to say right now further in detail. But it was the craziest thing when I came across this book in the daggum coffee shop. No, I'm not Jewish. I'm definitely not Jewish. I'm a Christian. I'm a Gentile. No, I'm not Jewish. I was actually born into the Method. I grew up Methodist and Baptist. I know, but so I was a Methodist, and then my best friend was a Baptist, so I started going to her church, and I got saved in her church, and then later on in life, after I went through my satanic goth, witchy phase, then uh I repented and I asked Jesus to come back into my heart and all that stuff. Um so um after that, I I mean, I still went to church at the Methodist church, but then I was kind of like bouncing around, so I would still go to the Baptist church, and then I kind of went to every church basically. I went to the Catholic church one time and they wouldn't let me stay because I was a Catholic. They were like, you can't be in here. And I was like, Jesus is for everybody. And he didn't like that. So whatever. Um but yeah, man. I mean, the thing is like, okay, so God has many names, right? He does. Um, and Jesus has many names too. Like they both have many names, you know. But yes, going back to original text, their real names are Yahweh and Yeshua, and I call them all the names. Like, I sometimes I'll say Jehovah, and sometimes I'll say, God or Father God. I say Yahweh a lot. But like I was going back and saying, this book right here, I was at this coffee shop last year, and there on one wall, like, okay, so you first walk in the coffee shop, and if you look over to your right hand side, there's a gigantic wall, and there's like all these different shelves. So, um, over towards the left, going towards like the kitchen, there is an area where they have all this stuff for free, and it's like pens, paper, notebooks, books, all this stuff. And on the other side, they have stuff that people come in and will sell and like will leave their products there to sell at their coffee house. Has like handmade soaps and like, jewelry and stuff like that. Okay, so anyway, on the bottom shelf, on the very, very bottom shelf, there was this book and there was another Bible, and it was like a Korean Bible or something. I never even seen one before. I picked it up and I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's all in like I didn't even know what it was. It might not have been Korean. It might have been in like Japanese or something. I don't know. It was in another language. I know that. It was definitely an Asian language. but I couldn't understand it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this down. And then I saw this, and then I never opened it. I picked it up and I was like, what is this? I think I just did like that, but then I was like, what? I was like, what is this? I didn't actually like scroll through it, like looking, and I just like put it back down because I saw this part and I just assumed that it was a Jewish book. Like I saw this part of the scroll and I just assumed that it was um like uh, another version of the Torah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the Jewish Bible is the Torah, and that's only like the first. Mm, it's not even the whole Old Testament is a Torah. It's only the first, I think, 7 books of the Bible. I think. Don't quote me for sure because I'm not 100% sure. Now I'm starting to second guess myself. I've read the Torah before because they have it at the library. You can get it. I mean, of course, I think they had to order it for me, and I think they had to send it from the Charlotte library to my hometown so I could read it. But it was right after I got out of rehab, and I decided I wanted to read the Torah just to see what it was about, because I mean, I already kind of knew, like, that's what Old Testament, our Old Testament is like part of the Torah. So, um, so anyway, I, yeah, so I read the Torah in English, and that was pretty cool. And I've actually read the Quran before. That book is super evil. Do not ever attempt to read it. It's not good. I actually set it on fire. But so I did. I totally did. I should never have bought it. I shouldn't have. Anyway, that book is straight evil, dude. It is so bad. It is definitely Satan's little handbook for sure. It is definitely Satan's little handbook. But anyway, so going back to this. So when I was at the coffee shop, I like I said, I came across this. I picked it up, didn't know what it was. I just assumed it was part of the Torah because of that. But then I went back over, I ordered my coffee, I ordered my muffin or whatever. And then God was like drawing me back over to that bookshelf. So I went back over there and I picked it up. And on there was a sticky note on it and it said free. And there was 3 Bibles on the bottom shelf, right? There's 3 Bibles on the bottom shelf. And so they all said free on it. Okay. So I was like, and I picked this up and I said, hey, what's up with this? Like, I've never heard of this book before. Can you tell me anything about it? Like, asking the people that were in there, and they go, it's for free. You just take it. If you, you can read it if you want. You could read it, sit here and read it if you want, or if you want to take it home with you, you can take it. We don't know anything about it. Just whatever. And they were like really rude. I mean, these people I was talking to were young. They were like either in their late teens or early 20s, but they were rude. I was just like, whatever. So, but so I'm waiting on after I ordered my coffee, I went back over, like I said, I was like, picked it back up and was like, what is this? And then as I have it in my hands, I watched the store owner walk behind me and go into the kitchen. Well, then, they said, they gave me my muffin or whatever. They tell me, oh, your muffin's here. So I go back over, I have the book in my hands. I grab my muffin, I set it back on top of like the display stand that I'm standing in front of, and the owner starts to go behind me, and I was like, hey, I got a question about this. Can you help me out? And she walks over, she goes, well, it's free, take it, I said, well, where'd it come from? She goes, I don't know. Some lady came in here like a week ago and dropped off all 3 of these Bibles at the same time. But I've never seen the lady before and I haven't seen her since. And she's like, it's free. You can take it if you want, And I was like, okay, well, I've never heard about it. So I started doing this, right? And I got to the back part of it. But she was literally standing directly beside me when this happened, okay? So if you flip through it, it's an order, right? But so I literally had it in my hand like this, and I just went like, I flipped this way. So I was like this, right? And something caught my eye when I was doing that. And I swear at the top where it says like Matthew, it didn't say Matthew. It had one of the books from the Old Testament here. And I was like, what? And then I started flipping through more of it, and it was like backwards. Like the Old Testament was back here, and then I went to the front of the Bible and flipped through this part, and it was reverse. And I was like, what in the heck? And then I said, okay, well, just for, haha moments, I'm going to flip to the front to see if it's in order. Like, you know what I'm saying? To see, because I've never seen a Bible be backwards before. And I literally had it in my hand doing this, talking to her. We were going, what? We were both looking at each other going, what is happening right now? How is this backwards, right? It was crazy. And then you see it. It's all in order, right? And I was like, dude, that's so freaky. And I shut the Bible. Okay, I shut it. And I was like, man, that was freaky. That was really freaky. And then I grabbed it and I flipped it the front way, right? And then as I was flipping it, it all magically went right back into spot. And I was like, oh my God, I almost dropped it because I thought it was like magic or something. I almost dropped it. Like, I almost screamed. I almost did because, like, it freaked me out bad. And I was like, what is happening? Like, that's so weird. That's so freaky. And, like, she looked at me. You should have seen the look on her face. Like, I don't know. I think she thought I was a witch or something, honestly. Like, it freaked me out. But I was like, I was so shook when I left there. Like, I was shaking. And I put it back because I was like, obviously something is going on with that thing. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I was like, that's never happened to me before. I was like, I don't know, it's super freaky. So I put it back. So I put it back on the bottom shelf and I left. And then I got to work and I started working and then I couldn't work. Like I couldn't focus. I just kept thinking about this daggone book the whole time. So then I called my dad and I told him about it. And then I called like two of my other friends and I told them about it. And they were like, well, where's it at? Did you not take it? And I was like, no, it freaked me out. So I put it back. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah. So, so my dad's like, no, man, you need to go back and get that book. You need to go back and get it. Well, by the time I got off work, the coffee house was closed. So that whole night, that's all I thought about was this daggone book. And I started like praying about it and everything. And I really felt like God allowed me to have that experience because he wanted me to get it. You know what I'm saying? So the next morning, I decided to get up super duper early, right? And go get it, which I did. And I prayed about it all night long. I was like, please be there, please be there, please be there, please be there, please be there. And I got there and they had like a line coming out the building and they actually had some crazy stuff going on in the parking lot. And so I run up in there and there's a line everywhere and well, well, Sherry said it was free, so I'm just gonna take it. Like I'm just gonna take it. And then and I did. I went over, I made my way. I said, hey, excuse me, I need to get past you. And then I watched some people and they were looking at me and I just like snatched it and I ripped the thing off and threw it away and then I grabbed the Bible and I was like, oh my gosh, got you, I went back in my car. I jumped in my car and I flipped through the book again to see if it would do that again, but it didn't. And I was like, okay, that was strange. What was that about? And it hasn't done that since. So I don't know. I think that I think that that was predestined for me and the owner just to have a moment right then and there, because I asked her about this and she told me, I said, is this like a Mormon book or something? And she started laughing. She was like, there's no way that I would ever allow that kind of material to be up in my coffee shop. She goes, no way, dude. She goes, nope. If it's not a King James, I'm not letting it in my coffee shop. She goes, I only read from the King James. I only believe in the King James. She's like, I will not let any other Bible that from all these other different sects of religion to be in my coffee shop. You know, she said, so if it's Mormon or Latter-day Saints or Jehovah's Witness, their material, I will not let any of their material stay inside my coffee shop, period. And I was like, okay. And I was like, that's fine with me. She goes, well, are you any of those? And I said, no, definitely not. Which is, you know, what was my point is that I do clean for Jehovah's Witnesses. I actually have Bible study with two of them. Although the whole time I'm reading out of my Bible and they're reading out of theirs. But, yeah. So, I don't know. It's just crazy. Like I said, and it's been a good read so far. I mean, everything that I've gotten out of here has just been like spot on. You know, I mean, it's the same. It's the same as the King James, except like I said, instead of saying God, it says Yahweh or Elohim, and instead of it saying Jesus, it says Yeshua. You know, and that's it. So it's still the King James. It's still based, and when I looked it up on the internet, it said that this is a super rare Bible that um that there's only a couple hundred that were ever made, and that excuse me, and that this actually cost um that it said if you tried to order it off of Amazon, or not Amazon, if you try to order it off of eBay, that it was like 200 something dollars or something like that off of there. But from the publisher to get this, it was like $700 or something. I was like, oh wow. So that's why I went back and got it, because I was like, yeah, man. I would not like I would ever sell it, but I mean, still, like, I'm a collector of things, you know, and I love Bibles. I have so many different Bibles. It's not even funny. And they're all King James. I mean, my other Bible I have that I read from, um, is a NKJV, so a New King James, but it's still the same. It's not like, except that one, the words are in red, and the other Bible that I normally read from, my other large print King James, which is so weird. None of the words are in red in that one. I know, right? I know, it was such a crazy story. It really was. It was a crazy experience, man. But just like my dad said, I mean, that was obviously God, like, allowing me to have that experience, because he wanted me to draw closer to him, you know? Cuz I was going through so much different stuff at that moment in time. Um, you know, like, that was the start of me doing my burn videos, my testimony purge burn videos. Um, you know, and that was the start of me getting deliverance ministry, you know, working with that very closely. So, you know, um, he just wants me to keep making these videos, you know. But anyway, so when I'm not gonna do it here, I mean, I'll read from something right now, but um I'll read something from right here, but um when I go to do another video, I'll be doing Mark, and it might be a two-part video for the simple fact that Mark, the book of Mark, I think is 16 chapters, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's 16 chapters. So I might do a two-part video, or I might just go ahead and cut it out all in one go. But the video title will be called Justice Will Prevail. Um, but I read some of Job from here the other day on one of my lives on Facebook, and it was just so beautiful. Like, it just, I don't know, the way it flowed out was just amazing. Alright, so I'm just going to read this little part right here. So it is Isaiah 66, verse 5 through 20 is what I'm going to read. Alright, so it says, "Hear the word of Yahweh, ye that tremble at his word, your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, Let Yahweh be honored, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice of Yahweh that rendereth recompense to his enemies. Before she travailed, she brought forth; before her pain came, she was delivered of a man child. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring to the birth, and not cause to bring forth, saith Yahweh? Shall I cause to bring forth, and shut the womb, saith thy Elohim? Rejoice ye with Jerusalem, and be glad with her, all ye that love her. Rejoice for joy with her, all ye that mourn for her, that ye may suck and be satisfied with the breast of her consolations, that ye may milk out and be delighted with the abundance of her honor. For thus saith Yahweh, Behold, I will extend peace to her like a river, and the riches of the Gentiles like a flowing stream. Then shall ye suck, and ye shall be borne upon her sides, and shall be dandled upon her knees, as one whom his mother comforted. So will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb. And the hand of Yahweh shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire." Amen. And for by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. That they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination, and the mouth shall be consumed together, saith Yahweh. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my splendor. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations to tarnish pool and lead, that draw to the bow, to Tubal and Javan, to the isles far off, that have not heard my flame, neither have seen my honor, and they shall declare my honor among the Gentiles. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto Yahweh out of all nations, upon horses, and in chariots, and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith Yahweh, as the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of Yahweh. And I will also take of them for priests and for the Levites, saith Yahweh. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith Yahweh, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith Yahweh. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an arboring unto all flesh. Amen. Yep. Alright, and just so you know that it's pretty much the same. What was it? Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66. Alright. See? It says, hear the word of Yahweh, that ye shall tremble at his word. Hear the word of the Lord, that ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hateth you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy and shall be ashamed. Yeah, it's the same. It's just, this, the King James says Lord in all caps, and God, capital G, and, or all caps, God, and Jesus, and it still says it. I think that it actually says the word Yahweh at least once in here. I know it says Jehovah like one time, maybe twice in the King James. But it does say Elohim in here a couple different times, and it does use the name Adonai like once or twice, but it doesn't like this version it says it way more. But like I said, so the word of Yahweh is based on the 1611 version of the King James Bible, except this is based off the Hebrew text. It's the only difference. So, yeah, there's that. But I'm not gonna put it off anymore. I really am gonna read the Book of Mark from this book this weekend. I just haven't decided what day yet. So, but I am gonna make that video and I'll upload it to here. So, but I hope y'all have a great night. God bless everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of my feed, my live video, and all that. And I really hope that my feed from earlier is still on here somewhere. I hope that it didn't get erased. I hope that once I go tell it to stop, that it all goes back together. I'm hoping, because if not, I'm gonna be so ticked, man. But whatever, it is what it is. I can't control anything. All right, well, I love you guys. I'll see y'all. I'll check you later. All right, peace. Good night. Bye.